everyone. Now I'm ready to listen to the second piece for this episode of The History of Music, of Rock Music, with Amy and Carl. And we're still in the 70s. This is still the fourth episode happening. I just listened to Sweet Home Alabama as the first one. And now I have My Sharona by the Knack. That's not a name I've ever heard before, so I know nothing. Absolutely nothing. We'll see how it goes. And then over the weekend, you'll get to see me sit down with Carl and we'll discuss these two pieces and see what I can learn. So immediately I'm hearing that there's a very specific order in which the instruments are entering. And it seems to be quite intentional, where it's building from the bottom up. So first came the drums, then came the bass guitar, and then came the electric guitar. And if there's a voice, I guess I might expect the voice to come next. If there's another instrument in the band, probably the other instrument will come in next instead. But that was a very systematic entrance in this piece of music. Here's the bass. Here's the electric guitar. And there comes the voice. I guessed right. This one is putting the rhythm very, very strongly in the front, not just with the drums, because I heard the drums enter first, but it's more like all the instruments, including the voice, are putting a lot of attention towards the rhythm, even the way the singer is, and as I said, I know nothing about this band, I don't know who the singer is yet, I'll figure that out. But even the way the singer is enunciating the words, it's more like it's the rhythm of the words that are important. And that's contributing to this feel of the piece, where everybody is working together to feel a certain rhythm continuity. And maybe this will sound ridiculously crazy, but I can actually appreciate what he's doing with the lyrics in this rhythmic element, where he's emphasizing certain consonants and certain ways of speaking the words for a certain effect. Because actually, we find that a lot in classical music. When there's a singer, one of the big things that that singer is trying to do is to find not only the meaning of the words, but how the rhythm of the words and the sound of the words, the musical elements of the words, can contribute to the overall musical impact of the piece. And there are special moments where, if the composer is really good, then what he does is he takes the instrumental part and the lyrical vocal part and makes them all work together to create a certain picture painting or sound picture of whatever is being expressed in the lyrics. So everything is working together. And so I guess my ears are attuned to that kind of handling of lyrics. Here, it's not trying to express a certain special moment in the piece. It's more just the rhythmical effect. But I picked it up right away because I'm used to listening for that kind of thing. And I enjoy it. I like hearing the way singers handle the words for particular musical outcomes. And for some reason, I just find that appealing. Maybe it's because I'm a singer. Maybe it's because that's the kind of music that's common in the kind of music that I live in and is my background. I don't know, but I enjoy it. And maybe on that note, I should mention that if you are interested in finding more about classical music, go ahead and check out my Ko-fi and Patreon pages, because I'm currently running a music theory course, and eventually I'm also going to be adding a course on classical music and how we listen to classical music and why we appreciate it the way we do. So you're welcome to check that out if you wish. But let's go on with this here. Interesting how the rhythm also has a pattern that is repeated, but within that pattern there's a lot of variation. It takes a little time for that rhythmic pattern to be completed before it cycles back around. Let's shift it just a little bit. A little more fluid, smooth sounding here. Although you still hear the same rhythmic drive, but it's not so vertical in its setup. Now we're coming back to something that And here we are back at the beginning. of liked what they did at the ending there with that crescendo of the voice into My Sharona. But it ended so abruptly. I almost expected it to have a little bit more of a climactic ending. But then again, it's not the type of piece that's building up towards anything. So it just does its thing and then it's over. All right, so there is the second piece I've listened to, My Sharona by the Knack, for this episode dealing with the music of the 70s. And next, you'll get to see me sit down with Carl and we'll get to talk about both of these pieces of music and their significance. And I'm curious to see what I get to learn about this, because obviously this is different from what I listened to in the 60s and then backing up to the 50s. We'll see what happens. So I will see you soon.